Welcome in the next video. I'm going to discuss how to use Stonksy and how Stonksy works. Well, it's actually quite simple. You have your background colors in green and in red. So if we zoom out a bit, you can see it here. There's some red on it and also a lot of green because we're in an uptrending market, of course. So that's basically for the background colors. It depends on different time frames. If we go to the 30 minutes, you can see that it happens more often, like you can see. So, but we're going to start with the 4-hour chart and what's important to know about Stonksy. So, it's actually quite simple. The bot itself takes a trade as soon as the zero line gets broken. So, in that case, we're talking about the range in the middle. So, this range right here. Let me adjust the color a little bit, make it a nice fat line so that you guys can see it. Maybe red is not the perfect color for it. Let's use blue. Okay, so what you can see is that everything above the line is bullish momentum and everything under the line is bearish momentum. So you can see here we have on the right side of the screen we have a minus 1 and we also have a +1. What is important is that the bot only takes long positions once the line gets broken. So, for example, we can say, you can see it right here, you can see some dark green. Dark green indicates that the momentum is bullish. When it turns light green, that means that the momentum gets somewhat slower. You can also see it here. It went from dark green to light green to dark green, and you can also see it in the chart. You can see here dark green, bit downside, that will be the light green. Then again the upside, that is all dark green. Then again a little of light green, that was consolidation. You can see again over here, this position right here, the bullish momentum came back. Then you can see that the momentum got turned to the downside. It even crossed a bit of a bearish momentum on the low side, but like you can see, it got dark green again and the price went up even more. So if we want to plot it out and we say we would step in, we put in a line over here. Let's make it nice and fat. And then we say we're looking at a point where we're going to close the trade, and that is the last bullish momentum. So that's over here. In that case, that would mean that you could have taken a position based from Stonksy. Yeah, that is worth around 15%. If you would get out somewhat earlier, you're still talking about 12%, like you can see, 13%. If you even got out much earlier, because like here at this point it turned red. So let's say you got spooked by that and you got out for that reason. In that case you would have taken an 8% trade. So, and that is just basically only for what happens above the line. Well, what you can see after that is that, like you can see at this point right here, at the crossover from the one line, is that the price got to the downside. So when a strong bearish momentum comes into play, the price turns into red. When the momentum gets a bit slower, it turns into pink. So you can see here that there was an opportunity for a possible short position. So it works the same as with the long positions. You can also see at this point right here that we crossed into a bullish momentum again. And yeah, that is also, if we want to measure that, then oh, that's the wrong button. If we want to measure that, till the moment it stopped, the moment it wanted to cross back to the 0 line. Then you're still talking about a 3 or 4% trade. And this is just based on what the system is giving you. So it's quite simple. If we move this line and we go back to the bearish momentum, so at this line right here, you can see here at Stonksy is saying that the price is in a bearish momentum. And like you can see, the entire range was a cool down period. And this whole position is only bearish. You know, it's not exact. Let me check. So till here we're crossing the bullish momentum line. So this entire range was bearish based by Stonksy. And that are the positions that are major to short. So that is one way how you can use Stonksy. So you basically look at what is going on above the when is the crossing coming with the 0 line to the upside to go long or to the downside to go short. Well, if we get rid of this, then there's also another option on how you can use it. And that option is, we got that -1 level right here, and we have that +1 level right there. Well, what you can do in these types of situations is that Stonksy catches all the big moves. So if you understand the support and resistance, for example, then you could have said from we have a support line over here at $60,200. Then you can see that the line here is the same as your support line. So if you combine it with support and resistance, you can make some major trades out of this. That means that as soon as the dark red turns into pink, then you go in for an entry. And in that case you sell all the way at the top of the +1. It is less accurate, but if you combine it with support and resistance levels and you get it spot on support and resistance, let me try if I can find some examples for that. So in that case, let's say this point right here. So here it turned, you can see that it turned light pink and it got to the top side. Maybe you want to wait for 4 hours just for confirmation that we're actually going up to the upside. And then you can say at this point right here, when the bullish momentum stopped, so then this will be then the trading area. So it works fine. It works very good, to be honest. I've tested it a lot. And there are multiple ways to use it. So this is basically how you use it on the 4 hour. Of course, you can also say we're going to backtest it a little bit. That is also fine. So you push in the replay button, and you're just going to look how the indicator moves. Okay, so you can see that drop off at this point. It's a bit fast on times 10. Oh, no. Yes, sorry, that was the wrong one. So if we go back, we say let's replay it from here. No idea where this was. It was $31,000. And we just let it run and we see how the price moves. So now we're talking about bearish momentum. You can see some pink, then we're some red. So we're trying to gain some bullish momentum. At this point we're almost touched the 0 line, but then you also can see the line turned dark red again, and it also made a drop-off point over here at this range. So now you can see we have crossed that 0 line. So then you can see that the dark green comes in, bit of light green. You can see in prices is very much consolidating at this point. Now, you can see here we're now at +1, so that means that this range was a nice position for a long position. So and that's basically how you can test it for yourself and see what you like, see what you don't like. Like I said, there are multiple ways to use it. So yeah, it works fine on Bitcoin. And it works on all sorts of tickers. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.